Talking about bias, I'm a woman supposedly doing a job which is considered to be male domain. I never felt it in the last 6 years. It was somebody who approached me and said, hey, how does it feel to be doing a job which is so male-centric? I went back and checked, and it actually turned out to be true. But I never felt it. I have an extremely inclusive team, and they've never actually made me feel that way, which is fantastic.
The recruiters were not of much help because every time that I used to meet them, they would talk with me in the beginning, but they would not take my resume forward because I was on a break for 2.5 years before starting a career here in Bangalore. Tesco not only gave me an opportunity to restart my career, but also looked beyond the obvious. It did not just look at my break, but it also looked at the skill set that I had developed over the years.
The example that I have was a hackathon event that the UK Labs team had organized about 2 months back, and we ended up getting the invitation for that by mistake. But we forwarded that to the team, and the team was really interested in participating. This was the only team from Bangalore. It had never happened before that a Bangalore team was participating in a UK hackathon. And even though they were actually discouraging the team from participating due to logistical reasons, we ended up having a really good debate and conversation about why that was the case, and finally reached a middle ground where we had one person in the UK representing the team, and the rest of them participating over TP. And so I think that's another good example of how we can sort of overcome biases and make a positive impact. And the nice thing about it is this team actually missed the prize by just a whisker.
So if I look back at my journey, there were points in my career where I was hesitant to express my feelings and opinions until I came across this great line manager who said his meetings were not complete without my opinions. His faith instilled confidence in me and made me realize that I needed to stand up for myself, and I wanted to be that leader from then on.
I went on a maternity leave last year, and I came back in Feb. I had a discussion with my manager in terms of my leave and the KT plan, etc. But to be frank, I was not very confident that my role would stay or I would still get the same position. I in fact called my manager from home saying this is my return date. He said welcome back. That was a kind of very positive message for me, and I really felt energized.
Back in head office, working with the senior leadership and someone coming from an office which is in Bangalore and going back and working in the business. It was a complete different work which was expected, but I was absolutely made feel at home. Culturally, we were like, you can talk about it, but I never ever felt like I was treated differently.
When I started my career, there were hardly any women. I was one of 2 women, and there were 40 other men in the group. There was an important strategic meeting, and I realized that the entire room was almost reaching to a consensus, and I had a very different perspective. I just realized that if I don't speak up now, then I would have lost that opportunity. I did speak up, and the wonder is that everybody heard, and we could really make a great change into the decision. That's when I realized that it's very important to take that opportunity and speak.
So in this last 4 years, I've also applied for different roles using the IJP process. And what I really feel happy about Tesco is the equal treatment we get in an interview. There are roles I've done well, and there are roles I haven't got. And it's the roles that I haven't got, the feedback that I've got is where I've realized the areas I need to improve on, the skill set I need to acquire. So it's helped me improve as a person, and always makes me happy about the equal treatment we get in the recruitment process.
In 2015, People Operations team were entrusted to project manage UK stores restructuring for impacted colleagues. Since inception of People Operations, this was the biggest project due to its scale and sensitivity. Just when the project started, my marriage was fixed, and my marriage date was during the project payout date. The project work level 3 came back strongly and said I should lead this project, and they will support when I'm on leave. So what I want to point out here is the inclusive nature adopted by my manager and the UK project team. They had faith in me. They allowed me to do what I felt was right for the business. They gave me an opportunity to manage such a big project and allowed me to develop myself in uncharted areas. Most importantly, they treated me how I want to be treated.